Django here, and I'm bringing you a raw build order, Sphinx plus Axeman. So let's get started. First 3 villagers is really important, send 2 to hunt, and 1 making the monument empowered by your pharaoh, 1 on the hunt makes a granary empowered by the priest. Once that monument is finished, you can actually send your priest to scout the map. Really important, your monument placement is kind of key in this build order. So the monument should include the following things. Obviously the hunt, it should include the gold mine, and it's enough that it has the mining camp. You can see the radius here, it's not on the full gold mine, but it has so much that I can make a mining camp there. It should include berries and 1 wood line at least. So in this case it's a forward wood line. I mean, not that great, but you take it. This build order is played very aggressive, so no problem. Villager number 4 goes on hunt, and once the monument is finished, send that vill on hunt as well, and now you can send your priest to scout. Yet again, in this build order I will be talking about villager numbers, so look at the top here if you don't know which number I'm talking about. Villager number 5 will be sent to gold and make a mining camp. Again, putting emphasis should be in the monument radius. And now villager number 6 is kind of an important one. We're gonna send him to a circularity and take 20 wood. The reason for that is that we want to get the pickaxe upgrade in the mining camp as early as possible, and for that we simply need 20 wood. It would not be efficient to build a lumber camp now and leave the villager the whole time on wood. We need wood later, but not now. Now we need food and gold to go up. That makes way more sense. Before we continue with the video, I want to mention that I make detailed PDF build order guides for all my builds. You can get these build order guides completely for free. All you need to do is go down below the video, click in the description, and here you will find the link to the Discord server. Once you are on the Discord server, you will find a section that is called AOM build orders, and here you can find all the build orders in PDF completely free for download. So what are you waiting for? Get your free build order right now. Villager number 7 and 8 should be also sent to hunt. Once that vill has collected the 20 wood, send him to hunt as well. So in total you should have 7 villagers on hunt. As you can see, I upgraded pickaxe as soon as possible. Also, something you can do is get some obelisk in with your priest here on the map. I would put them on the side so they don't get destroyed right away. If you put an obelisk in the center of the map, very likely that the opponent's army is passing there and kills it. Villager number 9 and 10, as you already saw, went onto gold. Villager number 11 will make houses and then send to a wood line once these houses are finished. If we look at the map now, and I'm going to explode mode here, I'm trying to protect my gold mine again. Yes, this is an aggressive build, but still it makes really sense to protect your gold mine again, because you simply just have only one. So in this case, I'm making the houses here as a wall and then making the temple here at the front, so I have a really safe gold mine and my opponent cannot raid me that easily. So as you can see here now, I'm sending the vill out and I'm placing the houses here in this area. So this is completely blocked off, as you can see here now. Villager number 12 to 14 will also go to gold. So in total, you should have 6 vills on gold. Before I continue with the video, I want to mention that making videos like these costs a lot of effort in editing and creation. So consider subscribing and giving the video a thumbs up. Also, let me know in the comments what guide you want to see next. But if you have 150 gold, start making your temple with 2 villagers. If you only make it with 1, it will not be finished in time, so I would suggest you to make it with 2. Once a temple is completed, resend those 2 villagers to gold. Villager number 15 and 16 will go to wood again. Keep in mind, you need the wood line to be in the range of the monument. Villager number 17 will then make a granary at berries. Once villager number 17 has come out, we're gonna go up through the miner god Bast. At this stage also your house villagers should be finished and also sent to wood. So in total the setup looks as following. We're gonna have 7 vills on food, 6 on gold and 3 on wood. Now you're gonna start making monuments right away. You need 2 more monuments in order to pull this build off. Also, once your hunt is finished, send your villagers to berries. Since the recent patch, Ra got a buff and takes berries now faster. What I suggest is build one monument with a villager from food and the other monument with a villager from gold, so you don't overfloat gold if you build it with 2 food villagers, or if you build it with 2 gold villagers, you lack gold simply. Once you're up in the next age, right away get 2 barracks down and start making another Sphinx in your temple. Behind the Sphinx, you want to go for the first Sphinx upgrade here. It costs 150 wood and 5 favor. That's also the reason why we're on wood, so we can upgrade those Sphinx. Also something I can suggest, and obviously this is if you have the APM free, you can send those 2 Sphinx to raid. If you don't feel like you have the APM, leave them at your base, get your Axeman and start an attack with your Sphinx and your Axeman and simply just patrol. This is only if you really have the APM to spare. Once your barracks are completed, obviously start making Axeman right away, and if you can afford it, you can get the upgrade. What I suggest you though is to wait with the upgrade for the Axeman and first get a mass of units and get some other eco upgrades and Sphinx upgrades, and then get the Axeman upgrades later once you have a substantial amount of Axeman. Also you can get another Sphinx and pre-queue the next Sphinx upgrade. This is really crucial and we need this upgrade. Actually I'm playing against the AI here, and what happened is that the AI bolted one of my Sphinx. The AI is Zeus here, but yeah, obviously no problem. I'm just sending the one Sphinx star back because I see my opponent has a lot of army here. Now I'm getting the Sphinx upgrade and I'm also getting sacred cats from my granary. This upgrade is really good and will substantially boost your food economy. Also something you can do is send your Sphinx back to your priest and heal it up. It's a really strong myth unit, so it makes sense to heal it up to full HP or at least some HP. Again, now once you have a substantial army, you can move out with the units and try to attack your opponent. Try to push him off a fund or off of some resources you can attack easily. Also something you can get is husbandry as an eco upgrade as well to boost further your economy. Also something that I suggest is using this attack with Eclipse. If you have 2 free Sphinxes, you will substantially do better in fights with Eclipse. Now is also a good time to get the medium Axeman upgrade. This is all from the build. Now let's jump straight into the ranked gameplay. So here we are in the ranked gameplay. The map is Giza, and something you could do now, and I'm gonna pause here really quickly, is you could lure those hippopotamus to the town center and not make a granary. Just for the sake again of the build, I made a granary, but keep in mind you can skip the granary here because of the monument. You're actually also empowering your town center, so you don't have to make that granary. So as you can see here, I'm well set up now and I'm getting the pickaxe upgrade really early. If you don't get this upgrade early, you will not be able to afford the Sphinx and the Axeman and all that, so please don't forget it. Also, as I said, my priest is now scouting the map, trying to put down those obelisks as well. In this particular matchup, I'm against Loki, and I feel like Egyptians, Ra, does really good with the strategy against Norse, because Norse will usually make infantry, especially Loki likes to do Hesir. Especially if they see things, they see your myth units, and the Axemen are a perfect counter to that. So pairing your Axemen with things is such a strong army comp against Norse. So as you can see here, I'm making more houses here just to save my gold mine and make it really safe. So if you make 2 or 3 houses more, not a problem. In this case, they're even in the range of the monument, so they get built faster. And again, I'm getting the temple with 2 villagers. I am up now in the 2nd age, and I'm getting my 3rd monument. And to be honest, I kind of was surprised when I saw here that my opponent was still in age 1. Usually, Loki players try to play really aggressive and try to apply maximum pressure. So obviously, I sent my things right away forward to scout what he's doing, and sometimes Loki players play fast heroic for walking woods. This could be a potential strategy, so I'm trying to send my things out right away to inflict maximum damage. The reason why I didn't send my priest out here to scout him is that I could simply lose him against Hesir really easily. So now obviously I'm seeing that he's making units. I see a Ein Harry, and I know my opponent doesn't play for a fast heroic. I know he's playing a couple of units as well, at least. Maybe he does a semi-fast heroic. Getting more Sphinx out, now getting my 2nd barracks as well, and just trying to find him. Also nice find here with the Berserker, can send my things here and just simply kill it off. Easy pickup for me. Even now with the Hesir, I can now use my Axeman and send them over here and fight it. Okay, at this stage of the game, I got the second Sphinx upgrade, and as you can see, the Sphinx is kind of damaged, it's low HP, and I'm gonna send a priest now to heal it up. Trying to apply pressure now with some things and some Axeman. I see the temple here, so potentially could have taken this TC. I'm gonna check that now, and actually even pick off the house here and also kill a seer here. So nice pickup from me here. I'm forcing my opponent now also into a defensive tower upgrade, so that's also really good for me. This temple is kind of out of position here for my opponent, so obviously I'm trying to take good fights and take really nice trades, and then I can take out this temple or other buildings here. And again, the Axemen are just such a nice counter against his army composition he is doing. Taking out the Einherri here now as well. My things at my base is almost also full HP. Now I'm trying to push into his base, trying to kill his buildings. Not quite happening. Also things really low. Need to kite that back. But still, once the Axemen are there, I'm getting really good trades. And these are already medium Axemen. So those are good trades for me. Also pushing them off of berries now. Obviously need to be careful that I'm not over pushing under those towers. But still, I'm getting good trades, picking off units. You can see military 37 to 8. This is really good for me. Now I see that my opponent built 2 longhouses, so the natural thing he will do is throwing Axemen. So I'm obviously taking into medium slingers, and now I'm also getting the hand axe and this upgrade to further boost my wood economy, because I know I will need more wood now. Also I hold still on to Eclipse because I didn't really have a hard crazy fight where I felt like I needed the Eclipse. So only use Eclipse in the big battles where you really need a decisive victory, otherwise hold on to Eclipse. And as I mentioned, this temple is so out of position. He's having a relic in here and I simply can destroy this temple. And this is nice value as well. You don't always need to hardcore push your opponent. Simply taking out production buildings like a temple, like the house here as well, is nice damage. Keep in mind, behind that, I'm healing up my Sphinxes. So I'm getting HP back, and my opponent has permanent damage here because he went through Heimdall, he didn't go through Forseti and got the healing spring. And at this point I kind of want to pause after taking out the temple. From here on out I have a couple of decisions to make. First and foremost, I need to scout the map more. I don't see if my opponent is out on this TC or taking the hunt here. I'm in completely on the dark on the left side of the map, and also I would kind of like to circle around my opponent and see what he has here. This is the first thing I need to do. The second thing I now need to do and think about, I already got an armory, but maybe getting down a market as well would be nice. I have a little bit too much gold, and then I could potentially also go into the third age as well. Also something that I need to do, keep that in mind, is make a mining camp and get to the next age, because simply the gold mine in my base will run out shortly. And as you can see here, I'm doing that now. I'm splitting up one medium Axeman here now to scout the left side of the map. I'm sending a Sphinx down on the right side of the map to see that, and I'm circling with my main army at the back of my opponent's base. I haven't seen any units from him, and I have pretty good vision on the right side and now on the left side of the map in the middle as well. And so I'm just trying to find a raid, and I think my army is just simply better. I took really good trades, so I felt comfortable, and bam, getting a really nice hit here on the villagers off. I don't see any army, so I'm feeling comfortable since the TC attacked the Sphinx as well. I'm trying comfortable to take out this tower and find huge villager damage here now. Now I'm getting the wilds here. Maybe I get 1 or 2. I get 1. Will I get a second one? Yes, I get 2 villagers here. That's super fine. His army is still in his base. I saw this now. Also, imagine the idle time I'm creating here. I could even think about going back here. I simply didn't went back because I wasn't sure if he's gonna continue with more army, and then I wanted to go back and simply just heal up my units, play it a little bit more safe as well. And also, like, if you go out of fog of war, now my opponent doesn't see me, so this is also not bad for me. Now behind this I went up with Sobek, and here I got the Sacred Cats upgrade and the Husbandry upgrade a little bit later, because I thought my opponent would play for a fast H3, which he ended up didn't, so I maybe was more inclined to make or use all my resources for army production. Now I see my opponent is in the heroic age through Njord, and there's simply no point now to attack. I'm on the way to the heroic age as well with Sobek, so I simply decide here to just go back, heal up my units with a couple of priests if I have them, and wait for my heroic age to come in as well. There's no point in over pushing now. I had good trades in front of his base. I had villager raids here. I took out temples. I took out houses of him. And now I take out another house for free as well. So no point in over pushing, in pushing into his age 3 here. Also getting now obviously some armory upgrades on the way up to the next age helps as well to even further win those fights. Also nice, have a Sphinx out here, and I'm catching him here with his raiding cuff. Obviously he's trying to look for my gold mines and my hunt here, trying to raid me there as well and be maximum annoying. Going up now, getting another Petsukosh. Okay, let's talk about the rock here. Like, the rock is borderline useless with landing, but it can be used as a scout. Now I'm just putting the rock here on this TC, and I still see that this hunt is not taken. So if my opponent goes out there, I can see it with the rock really easily. Also getting the next upgrade for the Axeman here, heavy Axeman. I'm playing against Norse, again they do a lot of infantry, so getting that Axeman upgrade makes total sense. And the most important upgrade here for Egyptians is shaft mining in my opinion. I see the opponent's army now, and keep in mind, remember, I have a lot of mythic units here, 4 mythic units, and I still have the Eclipse. Also checking the left side now with the priest and getting down some obelisk as well helps a lot. So I can really be sure that my opponent is nowhere else on the map, and it's for him really hard to get any extra resources. And I can see that his gold is here. I see this gold mine, he's not on that. The gold mine in his base surely ran out, and here on this gold mine he wasn't as well. So I know if I pressure this gold mine now, I can win the game. Also I have the locust swarm to help me in fights as well. Okay, my opponent got a hill fort here, but it's kind of in a bad position. Remember, my army was kind of here. He could have placed the hill fort here in front of the gold mine, and then it would protect it way better. From here I can still get damage onto the gold mine and also push into the gold mine. So the hill fort is just in the back. So I'm still very happy to take fights here, even though this hill fort is there. I see that my army is also stronger. Now though, my opponent is using walking woods. Also, I see that he has 2 mountain giants, so obviously I know I need more priests in my army now to fight his army composition. This is what I'm lacking, counter against myth units. So I'm not over pushing here, I'm waiting for 2 more priests to arrive and then go. And now my opponent did kind of a sneaky move here, as you can see. He has a spy here, I think one of these villagers spied, and he saw me place down a Migdo stronghold, and he went for undermine. And I was pretty sure with this HP, the Migdo will fall. So at this stage I'm just deleting it, trying to further build it, and yeah, I'm at least getting some resources back. I wasn't sure if this is a good move or not. Maybe the undermine would have not been enough to take out the Migdo stronghold. I wasn't sure, I didn't want to lose it, so I just deleted it and got at least back some of the resources. Now the fight here starts, and I'm losing the locust in a perfect line against his army, and I'm getting the eclipse in as well. Remember, I have a couple of myth units here in these fights, so this is really good fight for me. Now with the priest targeting those mountain giants, and I have the Axeman, and once they are on top, even of the throwing Axeman, it doesn't matter, they kill them as well here. Getting another Sphinx into the fight, a Sphinx from the back comes in, so now I have a lot of myth units, 4 Sphinx and 1 Petsukosh in here, with still Eclipse running for 56 seconds. So this is a great fight for me. I completely clean house and push him off of that gold mine, and see, this hill fort is kind of not protecting him that well. Now I have 3 priests and I simply can heal up my army, and now with the eclipse I also have so much favor. So I have a lot more things now again, and my opponent simply decides to tap out here because he knows he can't get on gold, he can't get on this gold, he cannot go out here, my rock is down here, simply out of gold, out of food, out of options here. He lost the fight, he has no more army, 2 more military, and I have 53 military. Something I could have done better in this game is secure a second TC here. Also, really sad that the spy was here with the Migdo stronghold. A Migdo stronghold and some chariots or even camel riders would have even helped me more in those fights. But for sure I could have already grabbed a second TC, maybe if I micro or manage my economy a little bit better. Also, I have 33 favor in the bank. Maybe 1 or 2 more things also would have been an option if you have your economy better set up. A little bit too much wood here. But I think overall a really nice game, and I'm happy with it. And this is all for me. Stay fly, Django out.